it's loading.
We're
Yay!
live.
We are live.
Hello. I'm
Hello.
Jamie.
Stop lying.
I'm goofing and gaffing.
I'm goofing and gaffing.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, Kim.
Okay, Kim, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Kim. You can call me Kim if you want, or Mysterious Creature from the Dark. I don't particularly care. There's a lot of stuff going on right now in 2021, and I'm over it. It's been a year, guys.
Truly.
So, like, happy New Year's, and if you're from America, I'm sorry.
That's really, truly what we need right now.
Thanks.
I'm Jamie. I'm doing my best. 2021 has truly been stressful on a multitude of levels, but we're here. We're doing the thing, so there's that.
Can I just take a moment and like say my thoughts and sympathies are with like the other Black, brown people of color in the Lolita fashion right now as they're like going through stuff, and
Yes.
I'm not perfect by any way, shape, or form. I try my best every day, but I just want to know, like, if you're there, if you're here, you're watching, like, I see your struggles. I'm supporting you. I try not to talk over anyone, especially online. And I support like people of color being a part of Lolita. And I see that you're struggling right now, and you know, I'm here for you.
100%.
I wanted to like start with a somber moment. Like I wanted to be serious for a second because 2021.
Well, for sure. And it's also super important and something both you and I are deeply, deeply committed to is going against white supremacy. And I know, I don't know if you've seen, but there's been some drama in the online Lolita, not drama really, I wouldn't call it that. It's much more serious, but there's been a lot of issues in the Lolita community with people who are not doing their best to be allies. So it's something that should be addressed. So thank you for starting with that.
Yeah, no, I definitely saw that, and I felt like, you know, we're a tea podcast, so we should probably bring that up and just say like, we see it, we're not surprised by it. We try to be the best allies we can, and we do not stand with white supremacy. We don't generally stand for any of that type of bullshit. And yeah, I follow the Black community like Instagram so that I can listen to other people's stories, and also more importantly share, well no, not more importantly, I'm sorry, so I could also share awesome coordinates of Black, brown, and Indigenous and other people of color's coordinates, because Instagram feeds just whitewash everything. So I follow specific people to see different types of coordinates.
For sure. And yeah, this is a plug for the Black Lolita community Instagram too. They do the most, and I love their page. It's awesome. We definitely need to see more representation in our community. So thank you for bringing that up.
Okay.
Bryce says hi. So with that being said, we can move into the sillier stuff.
You're here to get away from it all. I want to be like Jack, and whoever's watching this, you're my rose. I will hold on to you and just like on this fine, beautiful afternoon, like do this, and I got you. I got you.
Thank you for supporting us. Too bad we can't play copyrighted music, otherwise we'd have do 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 do.
It's just me screaming. That's the copyrighted music.
Okay. Headphone users, beware.
I was like, oh man, probably should have covered my mic for that. Sorry, everybody. I'll let you go.
I'm going to pull up these slides that I made for Lolita Fashion Would You Rather. Today, we will be addressing.
I also want to point out that me and Jamie did not plan this ahead of time. We both opened our screens when we were in our Kigus, our matching Gloomy Bear Kigus.
It's our classic go-to for me and Kim to just match without planning it.
Yep.
So, but to be fair, we did discuss wearing Kigus, and I only have one.
I have multiple, so it would have been.
Yeah.
It was a would you rather.
Would you rather match with Jamie or not match with Jamie?
Exactly. Guess which one I chose, guys? I chose not to match with Jamie.
Yeah, where's your black one, Kim?
I don't have a black one. I was like, Jamie has the black one. That would be too weird if we both had black. So I also like the pink Gloomy Bear.
It's the classic.
Right. So that's who I got. Like,
so none. I made all of these. Some of them are taken from various Ruffle Chat threads, or like inspired by ones on Ruffle Chat threads that I modified. Kim hasn't seen these, so this should be really fun. And there's some of them I have no idea how I'm going to answer. So let's start with our first one. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm going to try and make this like a speed thing.
A speed thing? I do not have enough.
Each question, I take speed.
I'm just Oh my God, Kim. You're going to get us kicked off Twitch.
I mean, it only took 4 years for them to ban Trump, so we have like a couple.
Oh my God. So, our first one. Would you rather only wear one brand for the rest of your life or never be able to change the wardrobe you have now?
Only wear one brand for the rest of your life, and it would be Metamorphosis. So then I could wear many different styles. My wardrobe would be interesting.
I like that. I had a feeling that's the one you would choose. For me, I'm struggling because I love AP, but I don't only want AP for the rest of my life. I think I would actually choose never be able to change the wardrobe I have because I wouldn't. Oh, we have somebody who is also a Meta fan. Love that.
Woo!
Meta does not get enough love. Although their recent releases.
I also feel like Meta might be one of those brands that in person is like gorgeous and breathtaking, and whoever is in charge of taking their pictures just is like crazy.
I feel like that could be said with like almost every Lolita brand. Like sometimes I see picture, I'm like, oh, that's okay. And then I see the dress at the meetup and I'm like, okay, I was sleeping on this print.
Same.
So for me, I think it'd be never change the wardrobe I had because I can't commit to one brand, even though I love AP and I haven't seen enough Meta. So
no, it would be either Meta or Baby for me, but Meta's my favorite, despite only owning a couple of Meta stuff. But yeah, I like that type of like old school. I really enjoy the detail they put in their work. Meta's a little crazier in general, but the stuff they've been releasing recently has been like really good. Yeah, exactly. Meta has good range. Yeah.
So true. I feel like all their releases have just been like amazing on amazing on amazing.
I really want the cat tulip dress. I never ended up buying it, but one day I want it in like the gray version too. I own nothing that would match it, but that's the one I want.
I would sell one of my body parts for that gray cat tulip dress. Let me tell you, when you sent it to me, I was like, I'm going to lose my mind.
Literally.
That dress is so cute.
And then their tarot dress has been on sale. And let me tell you, I've been very like, I'm like, because it's like the weird purple colorway. OP is like dope. And it's like on sale 30% off. And I'm like,
ooh. Oh, the sales.
I have not. But maybe.
We're going to do. Next one.
Okay.
Would you rather wear a black miniature top hat with every coordinate or never be able to wear a petticoat?
top hat. Petticoats. Petticoats are such a big part of like Lolita. I could not. I would do like a top hat and then I would try to disguise it with other things. So I'd be like, wow, Kim, you're really OTT. I'd be like, no, it's just a whole bunch of flowers trying to cover the fact that it's a black top hat.
Okay, this is my thing. Because I was thinking about this yesterday. I'm too attached to my petticoat, so I feel like that would be a no. It doesn't say the top hat needs to be visible.
Exactly.
I could put it underneath the petticoat. I could just, or the miniature top hat could just be a hat for all of my bags. Or is that against the rules? I don't know.
It's on your leg like a little garter, a little surprise.
Like a garter.
A little top hat garter. It also doesn't say, it says it's a miniature top hat. So like it could be truly like miniature. Like it could be like your regular AP bow, but with a little black top hat in the middle.
I mean, black would match my wardrobe anyway, so I'm pretty sure it would be fine.
It wouldn't necessarily be fine for me, but I would just be like, you know what? Today it's a Lindor ball. It's fine. I'm still technically wearing it.
I love that. Lovely.
Woo.
Next one. Would you rather be a part of a community with tons of drama or be a lone Lolita?
So I was a lone. Well, I was as alone as you would let me. Oh, the hat ring. As alone as you would let me be as your next door neighbor who is also into Lolita. Because I was like, Momoko is my ideal.
That's true.
Honestly, like drama just is the way of life. But I guess the real question is, does the drama involve me? Or is it just like other people's drama? Because if it's other people's drama, let me pop some popcorn and be a part of this community and tell me what's going on. But if it's like you are always in the middle of the drama, I am an introvert. I don't think I could handle that.
I feel you. For me, this is a hard one. I one of the things, especially as an adult now, I don't have very many opportunities to wear Lolita. What really drives me to get dressed up is the community aspect, like is going to the meetups, is being part of the virtual community. I feel like I would have, I'm a Taurus. I love to be comfy. Lolita is not the comfiest style. I still love it, but I almost feel like I would not wear it if I was a lone Lolita. And like you said, like if the drama didn't involve me, I think I would be fine.
Right. There's like, that's just like dramas at work, dramas with your family. Like drama is just a part of life. When multiple people get together, they make drama. We're bored. That's why. But yeah.
And we love tea.
Yeah. I agree with you too. I actually, especially like with COVID, have not been wearing Lolita that much because everything's like online and I just have been having a time of it. So I always like sleep through when to get ready for meets and I'm not very active on Facebook. So I miss like that information of like, oh, we're doing an online event today or, oh, we're having a meeting on Zoom or Discord. Like I miss all that stuff. So I haven't worn Lolita since Winter in the Wonderlands. And I keep buying things for when I want to wear them. But my God, if I actually will ever get dressed up again, who knows?
I totally feel you. Yeah, Winter in the Woodlands was really what forced me to get dressed up and being part of Rose Foray. And yeah, like we plan this podcast too to specifically be, we don't always have to get dressed up because sometimes it's a lot.
Oh, I feel for creators, Lolita creators, and alternative fashion creators in general. Like, if you're doing Liz Lisa, if you're doing Decora, and you are making a YouTube video and you're getting decked out for that YouTube video, like as someone who's made YouTube videos, I can't do that stuff anymore. I never did it in the first place because it was just exhausting to think about. But like when they start the video and they're like, it's 90 degrees, but I had to shut off my air conditioning unit because it makes a sound. And like they have a full beat face, their hair's all done. I'm like, don't do that. You don't have to do that to impress me. You can just take a cord picture or re-upload an old cord picture, or have like what you have in the background, like, oh, this is what I would wear today if it was at 90 degrees, because from like here down, I'm naked. You can't tell, whatever. Like, you be comfortable, like, especially in 90-degree weather. Like, I am fine. I get tons of Lolita. Like, if it's 90 degrees in America or Canada or something, I can go and look at coordinates from people in Australia. It's fine. I'm Gucci. Like, there's winter there. They're getting all super dressed up. They're wearing their winter clothing. So they're, posting a lot of interesting cords. Like, there is content.
Right.
You don't have to dress up. And I'm a firm believer of, like, you don't have to dress up if you're uncomfortable. Do not worry about it. I'm not worried about it. I don't expect that from Lolita alternative fashion content creators.
Totally. Same here. I love that. Basically, you just said, I will still be impressed even if you show up naked.
I will be doubly impressed if you made a YouTube video and you're like, from here up, and you're like, you can't tell, but I'm naked. I'd be like, you know what? I can't tell, and I'm impressed that you just make a YouTube video about that, like a 12-hour stream of you just being naked.
Oh my God.
The air conditioner is actually on, so you can't hear what they're saying either.
Oh my God.
All right, what's the
With
next
that, let's do the next one. Okay, this one I don't know. I literally don't know. Would you rather meet Misako or meet Mana?
This is a crime against humanity.
See, like
secret third option. I meet other Lolita models and influencers. I'm just like, yep, Rin doll. Yes, this other one. I would go down the list. I would meet everyone but them at this point. I can't choose the two of them. That's like sacrilege. Why?
See,
why?
For me, I really don't. This is gonna sound, I'm horrible. I'm like, I feel like sometimes I'm almost a fake Lolita because I can't remember any print names except for the ones I own. I'm like, oh, I like that dress. I don't know what it's called, but it's cute.
Biscuits, it came out in like 2012. Like, I know the year it came out. That's pretty much it.
But I like don't follow a whole lot of Lolita influencers or like Lolita like celebrities. Like I don't know a whole lot about Mana. I would almost say Mana because I feel like Misako, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would just say Mana because we stand a goth queen.
I think both of them are very interesting. Like, Mana, of course, is like his own creator. So not only like is he a model, he's also like a creator. So you would be getting like a very like business oriented view of Lolita, while like Misako has been a Lolita model for so long. It's almost been 15 years, like so long. She's still active. She's still doing her thing. I want to ask her questions like, is she still working part-time? Has she ever dated anyone? Because like they keep that shush. Like, she's not sharing her personal life. She's like, I went to a cafe and this is what I ate, and I went with a whole bunch of friends. And I was like, you're telling me in the years and years that you've been part of a Lolita fashion that you haven't dated anybody? You haven't even gotten close to getting married? Like,
that's a good point.
And that's the same with all of them. I'm like, Rin doll has been over in Japan for years. Oh, she had. Okay, well, leave the links. I want to see.
That's upsetting. She said it hasn't gone too well.
Yeah, I just, I want to know. I'm like, is she still helping out people being a nurse? Like, I know Rin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like.
I forgot she was in healthcare.
Right, like. I don't know, things like that fascinate me. I also just I want to meet Midori. I want to meet Rin doll.
Yes.
I just when I'm like, what's your real life like? Because what you share online is a very like curtailed image. Like, this is your Lolita stuff. I feel like they might have private Instagram accounts for their friends and family, not just for their Lolita followers.
Totally.
Not that I want to follow those, but I'm like curious.
like, who are you? Who are you outside of what I know of you?
Exactly.
We've talked about this before about like those parasocial relationships. Kim and I talk all the time about parasocial relationships, and it's interesting to like see somebody as like a whole person instead of just like this idealized icon on your timeline.
I have such a I always joke around because my view on parasocial relationships, right? Which everybody, you're part of the internet, but I'm just going to run through really quick if you're going to Google it so you don't have to leave our stream. Don't leave our stream. Basically, it's just the relationship you have with celebrities or influencers, YouTube personalities, where you feel like they're your friend because they share a large part of their personal life, quote unquote personal life, on these platforms. So you know them very well. So you have a parasocial relationship with them. Of course, it's a very difficult type of relationship. I'm really, really into BTS right now. I try not to go too far into learning too much about them because I'm not a big fan of parasocial relationships because I think it's a very power-sided dynamic, as in I feel like, BTS belongs to me. I know all about them, which isn't healthy because they're real people. They have real lives. They are dating. They are doing whatever they want to do. They get like they're real people. And if I learn too much about them, I get too much in my head. From when I was in high school, this is where I learned to not do that. And I'm the same way with a lot of celebrities. I'm like, oh, I want to know if you're like married. I want to know like base information.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm more interested in the work you do. Like I want to know like the movies Ewan McGregor has been in. I know a little bit about his wife, and that's like it. That's all. I'm good. I don't need to know much else. Because Ewan McGregor is never going to know me, and it's kind of creepy to me that if I ever did meet him, I would know more about him than he would ever know about me.
Yeah.
And I think that power dynamic I don't like.
I totally feel you. For me, I like learning about celebrity, like their lives, just because I'm somebody who's just like totally fascinated by the idea that there's like other people besides me. Like obviously that's obvious. What am I trying to say here? I love learning about other people's lives, hearing what they have to say about their journeys, and I think what you were saying about Misako is a great point. Like what does your day-to-day life look like? That's why I love YouTube. That's why I love watching vlogs and hearing people and kind of getting to know them. But I also do feel like it's difficult for us as humans to separate that from being like, well, they don't know me. I always try to keep that in mind though. Like they don't know me. I'm just basically looking at them as though they're a character I'm reading in a book, but like still a real person. Like somebody I'm aware of, somebody I know a lot about, but also somebody who has nothing to do with me. Because I think a lot of people forget that. Like, with influencer culture, we've seen so many people just taking responsibility for the creators they follow. And I definitely think that's something that we should talk about.
Yeah. And it's like, they make that content, right? And it's entertainment. So I think a lot of people forget at some point that the stuff they're watching has been edited.
Right.
It has been curtailed for you to find enjoyable. So you actually aren't really getting to know the real them. There's a line, right, where it's like, okay, you're putting out stuff to consume. I feel safe consuming that.
Yeah.
But then the line after that is like, knowing like they're real people. Like if I see them shopping, I should probably leave them alone. Right. Or like maybe be like, hey, I'm a fan of you. Have a great day. Bye. But there's like this ownership of content creators and celebrities that people have a lot of like, attachment to. That's what I generally find. I'm like, oh yeah, you want to like watch the James Gordon, whatever karaoke car ride, and you feel like you're there and you feel like you can hang out with them and be friends with them. That's all fine. But like at the end of the day, that is your fantasy. Your fantasy is to be friends with them, but that might not ever actually happen. And so even if you meet them in real life, you should respect their boundaries and their personhood. And I feel like a lot of people forget that, like, first and foremost, these are people with feelings. We should treat them as such.
Exactly.
You want to move on to the next one?
Oh yeah, I was like, man, we're just like
Bumper. You guys came here for comedy, and we're just like serious time. Parasocial relationships.
This one is: would you rather obtain your ultimate dream dress or have access to unlimited dresses except for your dream dress?
Option number 2.
I love that.
Because I'm like, this is my dream dress, and then I literally buy every dress but my dream dress.
So I'm going with option 2 as well. Because I don't even know what my dream dress is anymore. I've been wanting Fantastic Dolly since the dawn of time. Anybody who knows me in real life knows that I love Fantastic Dolly.
I don't know you in real life. I'm learning this for the first time.
I know. Kim's never met me until today. It was really awkward beforehand. We just decided, but
it was just quiet. We were just like,
I've kind of like, I really do want the first release of Fantastic Dolly in either lavender or black, but I almost am like, I don't know if I want that anymore. And some of the dresses that I just like randomly bought, like for instance, right here, this is Pastel a la Mode, and I bought it off Lace Market because it was a good price, and I was just like, oh, okay, sure. And some of the dresses that I've just randomly bought that I didn't have a whole lot of attachment to have actually been dresses that hold way more significance to me than my dream dresses. So although it would be nice to have Iron Gate, but you know.
Right. Well, I mean, to like second that, I've been in the fashion for so long, 10 years. I finally have enough money to pursue Lolita as like a real hobby, and I could make my dream dresses happen, and it just never has. Like, I don't scour the internet for them. I'm like, if I ever see Milky Planet, I would love to get it. But at this point, my fashion style has changed. Would I ever wear Milky Planet becomes the question. It's still a dream dress of mine, but would I just want it as a collector's item? And at that point, aren't there people out there who actually want to wear it?
True. That's true. I feel you. I'm in the same camp. I'm just like, I would love to have like any kind of dress for any kind of occasion and be a lifestyle Lolita. So unlimited dresses, yes.
Yep.
Let's move on to the next one. So would you rather be cursed to wear only uncomfortable coordinates or be cursed to eat only food on the prints from your dresses?
Food from prints of dresses.
See, for me, I love savory foods. I only have sweets on my dresses. And my coordinates are already uncomfortable. So I feel like I just gonna choose that one. Because I can't give up going to eat out at restaurants.
It's super funny because I'm like, yes, I want to eat only the food on the prints for my dresses. Because it doesn't say food prints. It just says prints. So I'm like, I have a dress with tassels on them, so just catch me eating tassels.
The fact that that's a motivating factor for you is slightly concerning.
I'm like, oh my god.
See, Ray has chicken prints.
Chicken, like, no, they're not dead. They're not chicken legs. They're just chickens.
That's true.
Like eating them feathers and all. God, that would be so funny.
As a vegetarian, that wouldn't even help me. Like, I need some quiche. I need tofu. I need more. I can't let go of food, okay? It's not gonna happen.
Yep.
The next one is, would you rather bring back the split wig trend or bring back the peignoir trend? I'm gonna just jump in here and I'm going to say split wig.
I was like, or secret third option, bring back the mismatching shoe trend.
Oh, that's back. That's back, Kim.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted. I also I always wanted to try the peignoir trend, and it never like happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, but it's not always cute. I've seen bad cords, you know, like it's hard to cord. But a split wig is a split wig. I think I still have my split wig from 2010. So like,
I love split wigs. I would probably do my hair split if I didn't have commitment problems with my hair. I have commitment issues with my hair specifically, so I'm a fan of the split wig. And the peignoirs, like, I don't know. We're kind of getting the peignoir trend with aprons. Like, it's a similar idea.
I really love the apron trend coming back because it's just old school is making a comeback. Oh, I'll do quotations. Old school is making a comeback, but a lot of just like things from that was popular, you know. We're seeing like a trend of like not so much crazy OTT prints, you know, aprons, rocking horseshoes, etc., etc. I really love the apron trend. I ended up buying 2 aprons that are like very lacy, so like I feel like peignoir-ish. But I would love to have like the like old school baby apron.
Yeah,
I would rock the hell out of that.
You would. That's so you too. Like you're like you got like the like cute, elegant, but also Little House on the Prairie vibes.
Yeah, no, thank you. Exactly. I couldn't say it better myself.
And I'm the bittersweet is real, let me live trend.
Like bittersweet is real, guys.
Exactly. It's the hill I am dying on. We'll hop to our next one, which is I already know mine for this. Would you rather embarrass yourself in front of your whole comm or embarrass yourself in front of a comm you're visiting?
My comm, because they already know me.
Same. Literally same. I'm like that. I've already done that.
I can like multiple times. I can hear like Ray from our community being like, "Oh, Kim."
I feel like jointly we have embarrassed ourselves as a unit in our comm before. Like this is a regular occurrence, whether it's saying the wrong thing or I don't know.
Being at the wrong place at the wrong time. I also, when I get embarrassed, I try to laugh it off and like find the humor in the situation immediately. But like, I'm probably also going to embarrass myself in front of the comm that I'm visiting. But it's much funner to do it with my community because it's just, they also see the humor in it. They're not like upset by it. Like they're just like, oh my gosh, that's just who she is. That's
and they know me and they understand and they probably expect it at this point.
they were taking bets on the side. They're like, okay, we're going to this spot. How much you want to bet? Kim's gonna make a fucking fart joke. Let's go.
I love that.
Who's buying who a mimosa?
Exactly. I love that.
Someone is like 13 and they're like, "You're getting mimosas? No, not for you. You're gonna go home. We're gonna get mimosas."
You don't need more. Right. You're drunk on life.
What? Okay.
This is the one that we had in our little advertisement on our Instagram. Would you rather be forced to wear Crocs with every coordinate or to wear Vibram 5 fingers with every coordinate?
Crocs. So much.
I know. Crocs. I knew you were going to choose Crocs. You love Crocs. Kim wears Crocs unironically all the time.
Me and Deadpool are homies like that.
See, as a person, I've committed myself to being very anti-Croc. But those Vibrams, man, oh God. Those are just rough. But somebody in our comments brought up a good point that they'd probably be more comfortable.
Yeah.
And I could see it.
But I would also like to, because like, again, it's not the same pair of Crocs. And Disney has been releasing a lot of cute Crocs that you could probably coordinate with your Lolita, like if you had to. Not saying you shouldn't. But like if it's like you have lost a bet You now have to wear Crocs with like your every Lolita outfit for a year. You could do that. They have
That's true.
a whole bunch of cute different options. They have Rilakkuma Crocs, like
That's true. That's true.
Rilakkuma
I
Crocs.
was
Like,
thinking that. And they have the little like things you can press into the holes that have like bows.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so that would be a much cuter option. Much more comfortable? No, but we're wearing heels. That's the trend in Lolita right now. I don't know why, but Crocs are definitely more comfortable than heels.
Well, and secret other reason, my sister Ashley, who is also Kim's girlfriend, despises feet. Like, cannot stand them, can't look at them, will like, you know, shoot herself in the foot before looking at a foot, most likely. I feel like she would come for both of our throats if we ever wore those 5-finger shoes. I feel like I have to choose Crocs.
You hear knocking and it's just me with all my stuff. Like, Ashley kicked me out.
Yes, I'm like, I'm sorry, Kim. Come on in. I straight up love. I love to hate on Crocs, but I feel like I'm being forced to choose them. But that's okay. Let's move on to our next one. Okay, would you wear would you rather wear uncomfortable shoes that are cute or wear comfortable shoes that are ugly?
Is this in Lolita or like?
Oh, this is in Lolita. Specifically.
Okay, in Lolita. I mean, obviously we're wearing uncomfortable shoes that are cute.
Yeah, I feel that, but I also feel like I have 3 pairs of shoes, 2 of which are scuffed to all hell and also probably low-key ugly. So now I'm going to go with uncomfortable that are cute.
Yeah.
That's the same reason I chose the uncomfortable coordinate instead of the food one, because like that already happens to me.
Right, exactly. I'm like, okay, well, I'd rather have cute shoes and they're already uncomfortable. So again, like I said,
Nicole agrees. My shoe game does suck. I don't buy shoes normally. I hate shoes. I hate wearing shoes. I feel restricted. I'm the complete opposite. Not that I love feet or anything, but I'm the opposite of my sister. I have bunions and extremely wide feet, so I can't find shoes anyway. Like, I struggle to find shoes that fit or work for my feet, and so I just rather not wear shoes ever. So I have 3 pairs.
I recently just bought shoes after not buying new shoes for like 9 years. Shoes are the last thing I think about buying in a coordinate. First thing is dress. And then I'm like, oh, I have to have things that go with the dress. So like a blouse, cardigan, that type of thing. And then I'm like, oh my God, I also have to wear socks. That's a thing. And then I'm like, oh, I should probably have like jewelry. I don't like jewelry, but should I get jewelry for this? Oh my gosh, maybe a purse. No, I have 2 purses that I've been using for 9 years, so that's fine. And then I get to shoes, and I'm like, I have brown, red, black. Like, what else do I need? And turns out more.
I need more. I need more too, for sure. 2 of my shoes pretty much look identical too. Like, one's just scuffed and matte, and the other one is newer and shiny. So one day I'll get shoes, maybe with my stimulus check.
Oh, we're doing a tablet order after this, ladies. What's up?
Ooh. So, would you rather have your wig slipping off the whole meet or have your skirt tucked into your bloomers the whole meet?
Wig. Easily.
The lack of thought there. Why?
Because like a wig could be like fixed, and usually like if it's like slipping off, like you have other Lolitas at the meet who are gonna help you and be like, let's try and repin it down. You know, you go in the bathroom, you take it out, and they're like, oh yeah, this is what your problem was. Like it's way more understandable. But the fact that your skirt's tucked into your bloomers the whole meet and no one said anything.
Could you imagine? Yeah.
You're walking around downtown Denver with your whole butt sticking out. It's 90 degrees outside. They could just see the straight like sweat mark on your tights. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I'd rather have my wig slipping off because, you know. Y'all, oh my God, I have real hair. You know.
My hair wasn't bright cotton candy pink this whole time.
Also, I don't own any bloomers, so I would either be wearing like ugly shorts or well that would be it, ugly shorts. So at least the wig still matches the coordinate.
Right. Yeah.
But I love the certainty. Would you rather wear only OTT cords for the rest of your life or only casual cords?
Casual.
Me too. I've always loved casual, Lolita, and I want to wear it more.
Do you mean casual as in like 2010 casual, or like casual as in like you're more basic, not OTT, like a blouse, JSK, socks, shoes, purse?
I'm gonna leave that up to you. What do you think? Which one? I feel like I could go for either.
Right.
I used to love OTT and like want to be an OTT Lolita, but then I realized I'm too lazy for that.
I love it. It's when it's done. Well, usually it's when you see it in person. It's so magical to see someone do it. It's just beautiful, and like the detail, and like it feels like we're looking at a princess, a fairy tale princess. I love it so much. But gosh darn it, I hate putting in that time and effort. I'd rather make a coordinate that really like has a lot of different textures or patterns mixed together, and really like the coordinate pops. That's what I like. For my own personal style, OTT is not that for me. OTT is I don't, like I just said, I don't like wearing jewelry. I don't do that stuff, so like wearing a ton of jewelry is just a lot for me. I don't do it in my everyday life. I don't like doing it in Lolita. I just end up breaking it, losing it.
For sure.
Playing with it all meat.
Oh yeah. I am like super anal about washing my hands, so I hate wearing rings anyway and bracelets. Sometimes I wear bracelets. Usually if I'm wearing Lolita, I'll put on a bracelet or two because I feel like it makes it look finished, but I don't even like wearing a whole lot of stuff on my hands. I'll wear a necklace or two and I wear earrings, but beyond that, I'm just like, I'll throw a beret on, put on a JSK, socks, a blouse, a cardigan, and I'm good to go. And potentially no shoes if I'm at home. Oh yeah, if I'm doing a virtual meet, I'm not going to be caught in shoes. No.
Shoes for pictures, not for the whole meet. No.
Oh yeah.
I literally it's tiring because sometimes like, being an introvert, getting dressed up in Lolita, just thinking about the preparation I'm going to have to go through because I don't, wear makeup every day. So doing makeup is a lot of energy for me. Doing my hair is a lot of energy for me. And then getting dressed up in OTT, oh man, it just makes me feel exhausted. Like I would climb into bed right now, and then sleep this feeling off. It's like very
like a Taurus.
So I really like a Lolita that's way more approachable and easier for me to do. I used to try and do like the OT, like the big eye makeup and stuff like that, and it just. Now I just try to like slap some makeup on so that I just don't look like a wreck next to my friends in the pictures. Because when you are in part of the community, when you join a community, you realize that like things seem very serious online, but in like real life, someone is like, yeah, I only put one shade on my eye.
Oh yeah.
Here it's 90 degrees outside.
Oh totally.
And I just sweat it off. Anyway.
Well, that's like the principle of life. Like people talk big game online, but in person they're not. Even if they're thinking it to themselves, they're not going to be like that mean in person. Like they're going to be way chiller. So
Donna, sad dog,
Minnie,
Donna, sad dog.
That's Minnie, who looks perpetually upset.
Yeah, even when her little tail is wagging. Oh, hi Minnie.
So this one, would you rather be posted and roasted on CGL every time you get dressed up, or be forced to post each one of your friends on CGL once?
Ooh, can I do both?
I love that you're like, definitely I'm posting everybody. That's
Yeah, because I'd be like, oh my god, I just hate that she's so beautiful. How dare she?
I love that.
Like, it doesn't say it has to be mean. There are nice
Exactly.
things that are posted to CGL as well.
Exactly.
Not that I would know because I don't go on CGL. I'm just joking. I totally have been on CGL. I was like, okay, what's this new drama with this influencer? I have to like Google this.
Right. I used to go on CGL more, but I'm just dude, I can't keep up. I'm just like I don't know what's going on with whoever. Like I'm just whatever. I'll go on CGL occasionally if I'm like, ooh, something crazy's happening.
And I'm like a little bit of my mom's daughter where it's like I don't want to go on CGL because I can make my own opinions about things. Thank you. I've been around much longer than some of these people. So someone's like, ugh, they wore snow boots with their cord and that's ugly.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, they live where there's snow. And like how many Lolita places release actual snow boots you can wear in the snow?
Truly. Well, and not only that, like I feel like it there's a lot of groupthink on CGL. I feel like a lot of people there like just all congregate. There a lot of them are like rule followers. I mean, not everybody, but a lot of them don't like experimentation in Lolita. And as somebody who loves to experiment, I don't know. I'd rather be roasted and posted on CGL than post people. Yeah, because I mean, somebody I have like so I'll occasionally check if I'm on the Ida thread. I have made it to the Ida thread a few times. Somebody said I had tacky earrings, and I'm like, I agree with you. I love tacky things. So yes, you're correct. My earrings are tacky, and I know it. And then somebody got mad because I was dressed up as like a Draculara themed coordinate, and they're like, why does she have fangs? And I'm like, there's no context here, but I was dressed up. But I could see why that would be confusing for you.
Well, also there are people who just get fangs, like because they like are also goth, and that's just they can do that. That's life.
Well, at least I know it wasn't Nicole who was trashing me. No, I'm just kidding.
It was
Thank you.
I was like, God damn it, Jamie.
I would love to redo it. I feel like experimentation isn't taken super well there, but I don't care. They can hate on me as much as they want. Like,
and it's just like at a certain point, like we don't live our lives on the internet as much as we did even 5 years ago. So it's like, yeah, I'll post this picture because I'm like happy with my coordinate. And if someone posts that on CGL and makes fun of me, it's like, yeah, well, I still have to wake up Monday morning at 7 a.m., take out my dog, and then go to work,
right?
Earn my paycheck and come home, and that's my life. Someone roasting my clothes on the internet, like that's at least it wasn't my personality. If they were like, ew,
it's true.
I hate that she's her, I'd be like, yeah, actually that kind of hurts.
That's true.
But if they're like, ew, she's wearing brown shoes with a pink dress, I'd be like, girl, that's your problem? That's your problem. You wanted to post, you took the time to do this. I got other stuff I need to be doing. Bye.
That's true. That's true. The next one is, this one's making me laugh. Would you rather be called an anime girl from now on when you're dressed up, or be calling a living doll from now on when you're dressed up? Kim's leaving her body. Her soul is being transported to the astral plane because this question.
Oh my.
Nicole says living doll. I think I would choose living doll too because I feel like there's some, I don't know. I've already been called a living doll, but I don't care for anime.
I also feel like anime girl comes with different connotations. A lot of the people who would call you an anime girl might be like slightly predatory. Like they're like, oh, you're a loli. Oh,
that's
how
true.
old are you? Oh, you're my little anime girl. Rather than someone being like, oh, you're a living doll, like from TV. And I'm like, you're not being mean. You got the spirit, like you curious. But if someone's like, oh yeah, you're a little anime girl, aren't you? I'd be like, oh, okay, Mom, come pick me up. They're drinking.
Did you put your phone backwards on your ear?
Backwards and upside down.
I love that. I completely agree with you, though. I feel like an anime girl is.
Yeah, no, there'd be a certain type of person calling me that, probably at an anime convention. Nah, we gotta throw hands because this is not a costume. This is the way I dress, and it doesn't change my personality magically. So, like, square up, square up.
You getting ready to fight.
I'm like, hold classic, my earrings.
It's a classic Kim moment. Kim's always the first to fight at a meet, let me tell you. The minute somebody pulls out a camera, Kim's like, okay, who's holding my bag? I'm gonna take a picture of this person. I'm gonna fight them.
I'm like, you like being posted to Facebook, right? They're like, my favorite is when they get mad. They're like, oh. And I'm like, oh, so it's not okay to take pictures of people without their permission? Sometimes I just like look at them and I'm like, dead on the inside. I'm like, this might as well just happen.
True.
I'm like, I'm having fun with my friends. Like, it's not the end of the world. I think it's also a little annoying when people are like, I'm going to ask you 20 questions. And I'm like, can you not see we're in the middle of a guided tour right now?
Straight up. I know the meet you're talking about too.
I'm like, we are leaving, like, we you know, whatever.
I have to ask.
Excuse me, miss. And then they like try and pick out the nicer ones from the group as everybody. And they're like, which one?
We have 2 left.
Okay, and we have 8 minutes left, so that's good.
Would you rather give up a different hobby to keep your Lolita, or sell your most loved dress?
I was gonna say, I'll give up a different hobby, but like my hobbies include like Lolita, fashion in general, reading, and movies. Those are like, that's really all I do. Like,
I have too many hobbies for my own good. I can let one go, and I literally have so many hobbies. I collect like anything known to man. I do all different forms of art. Like I could give up digital, maybe not digital art. I'll give up. Oh God, now this is harder. I'm like, what hobby would I give up? Maybe I'll give up my coffee loving hobby. Does that count?
I guess, yeah. I would say that counts. That if you're like, I'd give up coffee for Lolita, I'd be like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like a big coffee person. Like I'm like, oh, like the notes and the like, you know.
I guess like I've always planned to do cosplays, but have never actually gotten far enough for me to consider it like a real hobby. But I'd give up that.
You're like, I'll give up cosplay that I don't do.
I mean, like, we did the Jazz and Danny Phantom one.
This is a good question.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I also don't even know what, like, oh, you know what? I was like, I don't even know what my most loved dress was. And then, like, in the front of my brain, it was like, Little Bear's Cafe and Brown. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to sell that. Bye. One of my hobbies.
See, I think my most loved dress is one I don't even have yet, which is a cinema doll, which I just bought. Yeah. And I'm so excited. I've wanted that dress forever. So I feel like cinema doll would be difficult for me to rebuy, especially at the price I bought it at. So
yeah,
I'll just give up one of my 1,500 hobbies.
Buying another brown Little Bear's Cafe, like, nah, I'm good. I'm not. I haven't even gotten the JSK version I wanted yet, and but like I have the black version, I have the brown version, but my God, I'm still looking for other versions. But Little Bear's Cafe is just going through a resurgence right now, so it is what it is.
2010 suite,
right? Well, and then you know, it's a cute print, duh. That's why people love it. And then people who are just getting into Lolita see Lolita influencers wearing that dress. So it's one of like the first dresses they know about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that dress gets talked about a lot right now. So
yeah,
we'll see if I ever get any of the other colorways. I would love like the pink and the mint one. That would be great.
Just the whole collection.
And be like, yes, this is where I would keep my Little Bears Cafe collection if I had one. Okay, last question.
Finally, would you rather wear an OTT cord while boating or an OTT cord while camping?
Boating, and then I would play one song non-stop.
What song?
By Lonely Island.
Oh my God. I knew you were going to say that. I'm on a boat.
And I'd make a little like music video out of it.
Exactly.
I would parody.
Everybody in chat is like on board with that. I
would parody like Rihanna's "Bitch Better Have My Money" when she's on the boat. I would parody Aaliyah's "Rock the Boat." Like there's so much I could do on a boat on an OTT cord. So much. Camping, there's dirt there. I can like if a print gets wet, like you can just put that out to dry. But dirt, bugs, I'm good, thanks.
Kim 2021. There's dirt there.
Trying to eat a s'more while you like are like, oh, you know, let me just
See,
my God, it's dripping. Oh my God.
My only like, so I've never been on a boat before, so I was like, I don't know what it's like, but I feel like some like backgrounds camping would be like beautiful, but I wouldn't want to sleep. Like the last time I went camping, there was so much dirt. There was dirt in every crevice of everything that I owned, and I was just like, I can't.
Can you imagine your dress smelling like a campfire for the next of forever? Because I swear to God, there's clothes that I've had around a campfire that still years later smell like the campfire.
Oh, totally.
Like, that's just what it is to be camping. And I would rather die.
I love that. That's like pretty much one of the last things.
This is him signing off. I'd rather be dead right now.
Are you okay? Do you need help? I'm here for
Money help would be much appreciated. Down below will be my link to my Patreon. Help me buy rent, not dresses. I'm not using this money for dresses. I'm not getting Little Bears Cafe in every colorway imaginable, which would go right here, but that's a separate thing. Thank you for supporting me.
Catch next week where Kim talks about her Little Bears Cafe collection.
And it's like the end is the stamp, and it's like, and then she bought Little Bears Cafe.
Exactly.
And it's like me walking out of the store, but it's all like black and white, and I look guilty, and it's just like, you know,
like a tabloid paparazzi image of you, like
documentary. They're like
trying to hide yourself from in your Kigu, like that did you hear there was like all these rumors? I don't even really know who Madison Beers was, but apparently she was like accused of getting plastic surgery, and they caught her outside of and she is saying she didn't, and they caught her outside of a plastic surgery clinic, like hiding, and her friend was standing in front of her, and I was just like, just admit it. Like, we're in 2020. Like, no one's that pressed, dude. No one's that pressed.
Just literally, no one cares. Everybody, just be good. We have like a minute left.
Yes.
So I think this is a good time to wrap up. Get plastic surgery, be truthful about it, and die. This has been Kim. Thank you for watching 2020 on NBC.
Thanks, Kim. Oh, yeah. And thank you to everybody who's watching now. We appreciate you. Thanks for catching our second stream. Third, second.
When is the next time they can tune in and watch our gorgeous, beautiful faces?
Sometime in February. We haven't decided. But okay. I am popping
up on Instagram.
Yes.
So that you can know when we are streaming again if you liked this content.
Yes, and then also I'm about to jump on Rose Foray stream. So
have fun.
bye. Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody. See ya.